Do you dream big, but don't really want to start small? You want so much more, but you're not ready to settle for nothing. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how I got over that simple thing. Hello everybody, welcome back, man. It's your boy Tyler here from We're Not So Different Brand fam. Hey. Anyways, man, I just wanted to say, I know a lot of you guys out there dream big. You know, you want great things to happen, but you may be leaning towards that overnight success, you know. I just don't want you guys to get discouraged, because anything that happens quickly, think about it to yourself real quick. Is it worth keeping? Is it really something worth holding on to? You got to ask yourself that. Because I was in a conference and I heard a man say, he said, dream big, but start small. And the reason he said this is because, you know, and he referred it to an orchard. Think about an orchard for a second. We all want that orchard, right? A beautiful fruit everywhere. But what he did was he took an apple and he cut it, okay? And inside there was a seed. And he even said, now this apple here could feed you and make you, you know, fine for about 30 minutes. But then what? What happens when it's gone? But that seed there could feed you for eternity, for life. Because that one seed can turn into so many more, you know? And a lot of people, we have big dreams, but we don't want to start small. We don't want to go through that struggle. And I understand that. I didn't either. I'm still a small YouTube channel myself. I only have like 400 subscribers. But that's okay, because I finally got a blessing at this conference. I got an eye-opener. I really realized that if I want to dream big, that's fine. And that man wants me to get that. But I have to be okay with the struggle to get there. I have to be okay with not becoming successful overnight. Think about this for a second. If you become successful overnight, will you value it as much as you would if you went through the grind and you struggled and hustled your ass off to get there? What would be more appealing to you? I mean, you might be sitting there right now and saying, well, overnight would be great, you know? And I get that. But would you genuinely care about it as much as you would? Would you have as much gratitude for it as you would if you struggled to get there? Now let's think about that for a second. I know for me, the grind, the struggle really shows me as a person who I am. It allows me to be like a seed planted and then coming up and flourishing and blossoming into this beautiful flower. But if I don't allow the process, how could I ever become great when I don't allow myself the process of not being great at first? You know, a lot of my followers out there would agree with me on this and say, you know, life was not easy for me. You know, a lot of people that follow me are addicts, you know, and had it very bad. But they overcome them fears. They overcome that sense of being alone. They overcome that sense of I'm not worth it, because they are. They finally realized that they was worth it. Because listen to me, I promise you, you are worth it out there. Stop telling yourself you're not. And it's okay to dream big. It's okay to want that orchard. But know that it all starts with a simple seed. You know, I liked his reference. He referred to, he said, when God came, he said the heavens, the almighty, you know, everything, you know, the greatness about it all started with a simple seed. It was a seed, and it took time to flourish in what it is, you know, the heavens. And I liked how he also said, he was talking about when God made everything, you know, the plants, the animals, humans, all that, the garden, everything at the first instant was grown. Okay? It was all grown. But after he did that, he said after that, it all has to start in baby form, in the seed form, and it has to grow into what it is. Nothing else will be full grown when it is born, you know? I think he also said, like, think about you women out there having a baby. One day later, you get pregnant. One day later, bam, you have a full adult. That's going to hurt, right? You know what I mean? It has to grow. It has to stretch, you know? It has to allow itself the room to make it, you know? You have to allow yourself the room to grow. No, just plant that seed and anything is possible. When I first started this stuff, when I first got into wanting to do video, and when I first got into wanting to become an entrepreneur, wanting to further my business, you know, wanting to become an influencer, wanting to do public speaking, you know, I'm still at that point where I'm growing. You know, I'm not there yet, and I'm okay with that. You know, I like this saying, sometimes you got to get some humility in order to humble yourself. Sometimes that just has to happen. Now, are you okay with that? Because I am. I know in order to get comfortable, I'm going to have to get uncomfortable. In order to grow into what I want to be, I'm going to have to struggle. You know, I'm going to have to hustle. I'm going to have to grind. But it's okay. Because as long as you have faith in yourself, anything is possible. You got to believe in you first and foremost. If you don't believe in you, how could you really accomplish everything it is that you want to accomplish? You know, I understand a lot of us want that. You know, going back metaphorically speaking, we want that orchard. But to get there, we got to plant that seed. It all starts with one little simple seed. So I want you guys out there to dream big. I want you guys to really have, you know, you want to be a businessman. You want to own your own restaurant. You know, you want to start your own clothing line. You want to do beauty. You want to do cosmetology. You know, anything. Whatever your heart desires. I want you to have that. But I want you to know that it's going to take struggle. It's going to take grind. It's going to take, you know, really being okay with not having all that up front. You got to understand, you got to put in the footwork in order to get there. Because if you don't, would you really have as much gratitude for it when you get it? Is it really going to be as important? Is it really going to be as like that all moment of, man, I finally did this? If you get it overnight? Ask yourself that. Would it really be worth it? I want you to ask yourself that right now. Think about that for a second. Because I know for me, anything I've ever gotten fast wasn't worth keeping. And everything that I had to work hard for, I valued so much. You know, think of it like this, a pair of shoes. Say you get a pair of shoes bought for you. Okay? They're Jordans. They're really nice shoes. Expensive shoes. But would you take care of them shoes as much as you would if you had to work hard and buy them yourself and you spent $300 of your money? Think about that. You know, it all comes back to how we value things. Would you value it as much as if it came overnight? Now, don't get me wrong. I wish each and every one of you guys overnight success, and I hope that's all y'all make it. I really do. But know that sometimes it's not going to happen that way. Sometimes you're going to struggle. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. But I promise you, in the end, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be so much greater and so much more appealing and just full of this gratitude because it was hard to get. You know, for the men out there chasing women. When it's a challenge, it's a lot more better, right? Than to where one you just come up to and she's easy. And for you women, a man, when you come up to a man and he just throws himself at you, do you really want him? Or do you want him to be a challenge? You know, I could refer this to anything and it makes sense. But what I want to make sense to you right now is I want to tell you guys that you're worth it, okay? A little background on me, just 6 months ago, I had a needle in my arm. Yeah. Within that 6 months, what I've accomplished is amazing. And I don't say this to rub it in. I don't say this to boast. I say this because if I can do it, you can. I have faith in each and every one of you guys out there. And I know that if you set your mind to it, and you dream big and are okay with starting small and being bad at it at first, dude, the possibilities are endless. You can be great. You just have to have faith in yourself. You have to believe in you and stand for what you believe in no matter what, even when times get hard. Because at the end of the day, I promise you, it's going to be worth it. Man. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in, man. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell. Be part of the notification. Ding, 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 gang. Let's get it. Peace, love, chicken grease. Bye-bye now.